So how'd that feel?
It was a fun one. Thought we could have finished a little better in the red zone. Throughout that second half, I feel like we shot ourselves in the foot. Should have had multiple scores, I thought, down there. But I thought we moved the ball well. Receivers stepped up, made big plays, starting with Tipton. Obviously, he flashed big time today. Pettis made some great plays. I thought the O-line played really well. We didn't take many sacks, if any, in the second half. A lot of guys made plays. Loved the play calls and played fast. So just got to finish more.
Do you feel like you had more sort of maybe downfield or let's just say big play opportunities this week than maybe what was allowed by the Chargers last week and the opportunities to get advantage of?
For sure. I think last week first time live, getting settled in, and for a while, we got to all play cleaner. But coming into this week, we wanted to be a little more aggressive. I wanted to be a little more aggressive, play free, kind of play my style of ball within the offense, and just get it to the playmakers. If it's checking it down to Clyde, he did a great job. Valus, all those guys did a great job on the easy throws, and then obviously the down the field stuff. Guys made big plays today, and those are momentum changers and get you in the right position to score.
On that 2-point conversion, what did you see? And at what point did you know you were running?
Yeah.
You knew you had it. What was the evolution of that play?
Yeah, they had the perfect defensive call for it. They zoned it out, passed it on. That's like a go-to 2-point play. They played it perfect, and down there you got to extend and scramble, and they kind of let me leak out and saw the edge and just hit it. It's a good play.
How about that drive overall? Interception, what were you thinking, mental-wise, taking that final drive?
That was a funky play. We ran that play, I want to say 4 or 5 times in a row. They gave us the perfect look for the throw. Me and Tipton weren't on the same page, and we're both kind of sick about that one, because we should have hit that. But next drive, he bounces back and makes a big play. And, he's a gamer, and he's very reliable. But, yeah, they made a good play on it. It was the right look for the throw, and we made the play. Had to bounce back.
How much did it mean to you to be able to bounce back and get the game tied up the way you did?
I think it's good to finish, with whatever happens. Defense stepped up big time. A lot of 3 and outs, a couple turnovers today. They stepped up big time for us. And then, we can help them out by finishing more in the red zone with those opportunities. Just little silly things, just false starts, miscommunication, just things we can clean up, but they're correctable. So we look at that as, okay, we can fix that and move on and be better from it. So I know we'll be ready to get back to work and get ready for this next game.
At what point did Kellen tell you were going to get that last drive? Because after that interception, obviously that could have been your last drive. At what point did you know you were getting one more shot? Because I'm guessing you wanted that last shot, right?
Yeah, I had a feel we were going to just finish it out, but they didn't tell me anything. I just was expecting to go back in, finish the game, and that was our mindset on the offense.
Spencer, is there anything you can do when you get the look you want on a timing throw like that to stop yourself from throwing it?
It's an RPO, so you got to get the ball out quicker as lineman downfield. So, you got to put all the pieces together when you look at a play like that. But dude made a good play. We were creasing him on the runs, and then the backer triggered. You throw the slant every time. Dude played it well. He made a good play.
And when you were talking about wanting to be more aggressive and open it up, when you come out last week and then you get X amount of drives and they had, without that many big play opportunities, without many points, is it hard not to try to change your mindset and be like, I might get 4 drives today, I need to make it count, or still be willing to be patient when you're in that kind of setting?
Yeah, you want to find that balance of being aggressive but playing within the scheme. Thought we did a good job coming in, taking the easy throws, getting 6 yards a pop, getting first downs, moving the chains, and then, we got to look to throw one deep to tip, happen to be a PI. So that's another benefit of throwing it down the field. 50-50 balls, they're in your favor, and especially with a guy like Tip who can run by anybody, and love the aggression of the play calls today. Thought we were in a good rhythm. Left some out there too. Could have been better on a lot of that, but I thought the guys played well, and they love those big momentum plays. It gets our team going.
Spencer, you mentioned base tip and flash. You said that earlier. Is it great to see how he's been able to have the results in these last 2 games and kind of like translate what he's been doing in camp this summer.
No doubt. Last year he, got banged up before preseason, so he was hungry this year to come out and prove himself. And, you see it. He's doing his thing. We trust him. He's reliable. He's got a high motor. Doesn't really get tired, and he shows up in those big moments. So, I know he'll keep getting better. We'll all keep getting better. But not just him. A lot of other guys are doing a great job, and got to continue to feed all of them.
You had talked a couple of weeks ago about picking spots to run, about being conscious of doing that. It seems like in each preseason game you have found spots to run. Are you happy with that part of your game? Are you picking the right spots to actually run and take advantage of that?
Yeah, especially, when it's a tight game and you need to get first downs and not stay behind the sticks. If nothing's there, tuck it and go. Feel like I didn't want to take any hits today, really. I feel like I slid a little too early on one of them, but that's just good to see on tape. Probably could have got another 2-3 yards on that one, but just being decisive and hitting it when you see it, and keeping that pressure off your O-line, make it easy for your play caller.
Can you get into just kind of your feel for the pass rush? I mean, there's a couple of times where it looked like you spun out of sacks or stuff. Is that something you work on, or is that just kind of instinct on the field? Like, I don't know if you kind of describe that.
Kind of instinctual, I credit that to my basketball background. A little twitch here and there, but my goal this game was to stay more calm in the pocket, not get through my reads too quick, and don't be too antsy with my feet. Feel like we did a better job with that today. Again, the O-line did a great job today, I thought. They protected well, and when they got the hardest job on the field, so we got to get the ball out on time, first of all. But, if stuff breaks down, everything's not going to be clean. You got to, make something positive out of it.
Okay, what do you think of what Simpkins has done? I mean, he's somebody we didn't even see play center at the start of camp, and was basically played people.
Yeah, I mean, he's a South Carolina guy. What do you expect, man? Great player, very reliable, smart, tough. Whatever his task is to do, he's going to do it 100%, 110%. And, it was big time for him. And then Kyle Hergel coming in the 2-minute drive, doing a great job as well. All those guys, no matter how many reps they get, they show up.
What have you done better this year yourself, individually?
I just think, I still got a long way to go. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. As a group, we got a long way to go. Still got a couple weeks to get right. But just feel a little more comfortable, schematic-wise. I like this system a lot. Still got to narrow down the details, a few mentals out there, but, it's going to happen in the preseason. But just getting more comfortable, working that pocket and seeing the defense and taking what they give you.
I don't think we've asked you about the touchdown pass to Pettis. What did you say?
Oh, yeah. No, he ran a great route. I love the play call. If it was in bounds, we'd have to get up and take a shot at the end zone. But, he routed him at the top and anticipated it, put on the sideline, and he did a great job staying up and getting in.
Did Simpkins transfer in after you left, or did you guys overlap at all?
He came after I left, yeah.
Kellen said the locker room felt like a win at the end of it. Describe at the end of it. Look, it's a tie in the preseason, but describe the locker room after this.
Yeah, I think just the way we finished was exciting. To get it feels like we do those situations in practice so much with the 2-minute drills, end of game. Got to have it tight moments, and to bring it to life out there on the field, especially in the dome, was fun. I thought we had 1 second left to kick the field goal and win it, but it's preseason, I get it. But it was a good, energetic finish to the game.
And despite it being the tie, can you speak to carrying this momentum into Saturday?
Yeah, just got to keep building. Don't look too far ahead. Take it day by day. Broncos are a great team. They're going to be really good. So we got to have a good game plan, go in, and just execute.